Hello, I'm EnterElysium. Welcome back, of course, to Production Line, where we're working with, well, a complete reproduction of our production line. I've done a lot of moving around between episodes just because there was a lot of stuff I needed to just move around. I didn't want to take your time on the screen. What I did is remembered that I completely forgot rework, so I put the rework department in here. What we'll do is we'll filter people out into rework and then back. And then when we actually research smart junctions, which I've queued up here, what we can do is have a junction that says, is there a defect? If yes, go up to here. If no, go to sale. When they come out, they can go, is there still a defect? If yes, go back in. And that's because I think rework only fixes one defect. And that's why when we've been having people go through rework, they still have defects when they come out the other end, because it only ever fixes one. So we can solve that. Other things I've done is I've started to stagger some of these so that they're a bit chunkier, like in depth, but they're not quite as long. I've relocated all of the stockpiles over to here so that we can get some space. I also took away all of the conveyor belts over here so we can move stuff and have more room to play with. And I've also put some dryers down and then played with blueprints. And honestly, I should have been playing blueprints from the very beginning. It would have been a lot more fun to like blueprint this rather than building one of each, because it would have saved me a hell of a lot of time, because you can just build the blueprints. I can hit buy here, it just buys all the blueprints. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Done. I don't need that many, but I did. I bought that many. That was completely unnecessary. This is enough to actually have one car every minute going through dry finish. We don't need that. We actually need a third one of paint finish. So paint finish like that. All right. Now for these, we'll have that feed in, and then I believe you feed out this way, right? So what happens now is we feed in like that. I know this is like really elaborate system. It took me a while to figure out how to tessellate this the best way. This gives us one every minute. I wasn't necessary to build all of it, but I thought we might as well take up the space now. And then we need to bring you around here. Where is the conveyor? There we go. And then like that. Done. And that is messy. It's not the neatest, but it'll do. This will get us one every 2 minutes. 2 more of these would get us one every minute. So we need to leave a little bit of expansion room. What I'm thinking, though, and well, since we're here, we might as well hook up the other ones as well. What I'm thinking, though, is that instead of putting stuff here, which will get in the way of this, is we might want to run something over here. And this is why I've got this bought. I bought the area here, and I chucked in the 3 dry undercoats that we already had. Because what I'm thinking is, this area here is not very much use, unless we want to do production there and actually build stuff rather than fitting stuff. It's not big enough to really snake anything in and out and do multiple things in a row. We could do production, or we could just put a huge array of, undercoats here. The alternative is we could put the undercoats around here, but we've got to be a bit cautious. One of the things that I'm looking out for is, and I noticed, by the way, that I had 2 rows of exhaust for some reason. I had like exhaust and then exhaust again. I don't know why. I'm sure people pointed it out in the previous video. I don't know how that happened, but I had 2 rows of exhaust. So we've got wheel assembly. We've got fit wheels, fit brakes, exhaust, radiator, which is the right one now. Obviously, a lot of this stuff you want to get built, so we want a lot of our area here for building. What we could do is start building from the other direction, see where that gets us. Obviously, we've got a lot of imports around here we probably want to use. We could start building from here and go around this way. That might actually not be a bad idea. Oh, we've got an undercoat machine here, which probably should have had... That's paint finish. Oh no, the undercoat machine needs to go with these. Right, let's move these over here. By the way, the key binding for move an object is P. I've rebound that because P is dumb, because I want my fingers on WASD. P is the other side of the keyboard, like you have to stretch to get there. So I've rebound to Q, because nothing uses Q. So now I have R for rotate, and then Q to pick up. I recommend everyone does that. E brings up efficiency. Q is bound to nothing as far as I could tell. I would bound it to E otherwise. I think F does something. Yeah, F is finance. Right. I think we might... Oh, fit undercarriage. Do we need you anymore? We have changes about... Yeah, fit undercarriage is still a thing. Okay. How long does it take to fit a front axle? We'll need 3 of those. If we're going to go for a minute. We're trying for 2 at the moment, so we'll need 2 to begin with. Amusingly, drive shaft is like, oh, that'll take you 2 minutes, 1 second. No, I'm aiming for 2 minutes, so I need to have 2 of those. That's the hard line we've got here. I think we could do this area here, because if we're going for like 3 minutes tops, that'll only take us 3. And 3 can fit there, we just need to stagger them. Fit front axle. All right, fit a second one, and a third one. Again, I went with 3 when I was meant to be going with 2 for now. It's fine. Downside is this is not expandable. We can't go below a minute. But I also get a feel that we're probably not going to be able to go below a minute in this factory. So I'm going to say this is okay for now. It's not great, but... now we could put this directly on that, because they're basically the same speed, but I'd like to have the ability to do a bypass. Because if a machine breaks down, everything will come like chugging to a halt if we have 3 lanes. Otherwise, we can basically avoid a lane for a little while. So we will do that. And then fit drive shaft. We'll do 2 for now. I know we want to be eventually expanding, but for now we'll do 2. Okay, and then it's fit undercarriage, and then fit fuel tank. And we don't have room here. Oh, we just about have room, actually. Tell a lie. We do just about have room. I also moved over a load of stuff that we had over here that was already duplicated here and expanded this. So obviously we've got a lot more windscreens now because I moved the windscreens from over here. That's meant that a lot of this is actually very fast because of our existing machines on top is bringing us down to almost a minute in a lot of areas. In fact, some areas, I think you are well below a minute. Like we need barely 4. We have 5 exhausts. That's obviously because I built too many exhausts. All right, fit undercarriage. 1, 2, 3. Did we need 3? Yes, for a minute. And again, I'm not going for a minute. Okay. You know what? Sod it. Why not? Done. That should all flow out nicely. And then we'll flow this way. And then we need to go into a fit fuel tank. And then doing body stuff. Okay, look. I don't need that undercarriage. That's going to be dumb if I have that undercarriage as well. Right. Fit fuel tank. Where do we want to set up the fit fuel tank? How many do you need? You need 6 to get to a minute, so we will be expanding this, so we've got to be bearing that in mind. One, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll give us enough room. Oh, wrong one. That's meant to be fuel tanks. Derp, derp, derp. I'm thinking of too many things. Like, I'm trying to think of way too many levels right now. Fit fuel tank. We need 5 of them. For now, we only need 3. thing is, we probably want a lot of production facilities here, because a lot of this stuff we can produce from sheet metal and so on, so I kind of want to move this away. We'll come back to this. I think. Yeah, let's do painting the undercoat and so on. So for drying the undercoat, we will eventually need 12. And because that's such a large number, I think we should maybe even build the 12 right now. But certainly map them out. And how much would you need to expand? You've got 3. You would need 2 more. Okay, let's actually... I'm actually going to blueprint this. Blueprint is brilliant. I really should have used it earlier. It's terrible of me that I haven't. There we go. And that allows you to basically be like, right, okay, what are we doing? Where's our stuff going? In fact, that could better be used there. That'll take a little less room. It's a shame we couldn't like sneak it in or something. Right. Actually, that works because we would need a resource importer there. So for that, we then want to do our dry undercoats. Oh, wrong one. We could just do a long row. But I fear a long row might end up boxing this in too much. That's my concern. Probably be fine. You know what, let's blueprint it. Where are you? Paint. Dry undercoat. That's 6. 8. 10. 12. God. Yeah, that's completely segmented the warehouse. Like, we wouldn't be able to do very much. Like, look how much of the warehouse we've used right now. It would fit. It would literally just fit, because the fuel tanks would go this way, past here. That would be... Actually, we wouldn't need that, so we actually would have 1 tile spare. But it's going to be tight. And then we'll need to flow into body, right? Because chassis, last thing is fuel tank. Right, we need to go into fit body. Which is, of course, like one of the longest bits. Body shell. None of these expand. Oh, no. Bumpers. Processes. Where is bumpers? We need to leave room for bumpers. There we go. Bumper specialization, arch specialization. Frustratingly, I don't think we can wait for those. I'd love to know what size they take. Like, can we blueprint them even though they don't exist? We can! Yes! That's so helpful. Okay. Right, we can plan around those then. That's really helpful. I'm so glad that's the thing. Right. I think that's all the steps here that we need to worry about. So, starting from the beginning, fit body shell. That takes 3 minutes, 10 seconds. We'll want eventually 4 of those, but for now we can make do with only having 2. So, fit body shell. And what we'll do is we'll flow this way and then round to see if there's enough room. Fit hood. Ugh, these have to be horrible ones, don't they? Really do not like tessellating. And we will need 2 of these, eventually up to 3, just. Fit trunk. That's going to have to go there, which is a shame. Because we're not using that one tile, but that's fine. Fit trunk will need 2, eventually up to 3. And this one can tessellate. Otherwise, we wouldn't really... No, we would get use, depending on what's after that. This is trunk, right? So it's a... After this is bumper. Yeah. Okay, we can make use of this area. I was afraid this area would be, like, kind of wasted. But we can just about fit the bumper in. And right now, we're going to need 5, but eventually we'd need 3 and 3. Yeah, 3 and 3. So literally what we can do is put 3 in, because we're going at every 2 minutes, and then plan for an upgrade, which will take the same space plus an extra row. Wing mirrors, go away. Windows, go away. I'm not sure I can have enough room. This is going to be tight. I'm so tempted to just delete these and be like, hey, I'll just do everything with blueprints. It'll be quicker. And I just built a bumper thing that I don't need. Seriously, yeah. I built 2 bump. You know what? I'm so tempted to delete it. I'm so tempted. Bumper, right. Fit bottom trim. We need you. And you need 3, but 2 to begin with. Right. However, we have to leave a gap for the next batch of bumpers, which will be here. Shoot. Fit rear bumper. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure I'll be able to make these. There's not enough room, really. I've got to try and make this work. Fit bottom trim. We'll need 2 of those. That'll eventually need to expand. Then fit arches, which is actually going to be split into 2. And of course it's a horrible sized one, which means that we're actually going to need to mess with our floor plan. Okay. Fit roof, gonna move you for now. Fit arches. How many do we need? 3. Of course we need 3. And of course, those are easy to do. So that would actually be there, that would be there, that would be there. Which would mean that would be the gap, then 1 gap, and then rear arch would be here. Pretty sure that's how it would be. And then after rear arch, we're looking at still plenty more. For instance, fit vent. Let's fit vent, there we go. And that'll eventually be 3 as well. Then we'll loop back around. The problem is with looping back around, we really don't have room. We'll need to do something with this dry undercoat. It's good to know that. Like, we wouldn't know this if we hadn't done this. Oh, what if we start from the upper end? Right, after fitting the vent, what do we do? Fit roof. Yeah, and that is in one go, and that's a big chunk. Like, we'll need 5 of these eventually. For now, we need 3. And you need fit vent. You'll need a 3rd eventually as well. Yeah, we're really coming into this territory now. Yeah, we're gonna need to move the undercoat blueprints. It's the only way. It's frustrating, this one, because it's gonna be a completely different size. Like, this end one won't be needed. We're gonna truncate this by 2. You know what? It's only gonna bottleneck slightly. I'm gonna delete it. I know I shouldn't, but it's going to be simpler to do it this way. Right. Blueprint time. So we've done fit vent. Let's do fit roof. And again, we're going to need 5 max, but to begin with, we're going to need 3. One, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to flow over way too much. And that's just the roof. Doors are annoying. That's annoying. That's fine. That's fine. I think we might actually have to go back from the other end again. So let's have a look at the undercoats. Is there any way that we can make this undercoat more compact? I did a lot between episodes, and this is still a lot of like, dear Lord. Right, how many do we need? It's 12, 6 to begin with. Right, so we can put one here. One here. One here. That gets 6. 8. Oh, crap. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 10. We just need 2 more. 1 there is easy. And then we could do 1 there. I wonder if there's a simpler way. I'd like to do a similar way. I don't think there is. It does break one of my rules, though, because we have all of these coming down would not be feeding into this, so we wouldn't be bottlenecking in one place. We'd be bottlenecking in multiple places because of the second paint finish. That could maybe be fixed depending on the timings of these, but I don't want to risk it. What's the timing of that? We would need 1 extra radiator. Fit exhaust is just insane. Like, that's... You know what? We can actually delete one of these fit exhausts. It would give us more room to play with. Fit radi- You know what? I will put an extra fit radiator in because it will allow us to actually visualize what we need. Right, yeah, it's a lot better. Brakes, how about you? You're fine. Yeah, so we could put undercoats here instead. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 8. We need 4 more. We could go... Oh, but yeah, we've got this issue here. Alright, what's our undercoat? Right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, if we wanted to do that. 12? It's a bit of an odd one. Very, very packed in now. No expansion for anything here. But I think we've expanded everything to the 1 minute mark. And I don't think we're going to get higher than that in this place. It's a mess. I'm not convinced by it. But, funnily enough, it does flow nicely, which is kind of strange. Okay, if that flows nicely, then that's paint undercoat we need. And we need 4 of those at max, but for now we only need a few. We need like, what, 2? 2. More later. Yeah, and then 2 would do us to there. Okay. And then we're flowing back into here, which is fit wing mirrors. Again, we need 3, 2 for now. Fit windows, 2 for now, eventually 3. Door panels, 2 for now, eventually 3. This one is a little bit annoying. It's very long and wide. And then fit roof, which is where we were. Okay. Sadly, I'm not sure this is gonna... you know what? This might actually work. No, it's not gonna work by 1. That's so frustrating. Technically, I was giving this the benefit of the doubt. The one downside about these, by the way, is you can't just hit Q to move them. You have to hit the move button. That's door panels, so then we can go fit roof. Fit roof is ages. We need, what, 3 of those? Expanding to 5 later? Yeah. That works. We're using such a ridiculous amount of floor space. There's some over here, but... you know what? I will just buy all blueprints. That's expensive. We're going to need to get a loan. Okay. Same rule as ever. Everyone bottlenecks. So you come out of here. Then you go back this way. Right, there we go. We don't need the export hole. Oh, hello. This is wrong. This error is wrong because we don't have the gap to get into fit hood. I screwed this up. Luckily, it's not the worst, but you can see we don't have that gap. And the issue is, although we have space here, that space is earmarked for bumpers already. Either way, we know what we need to do. So that's fit trunk. That will eventually be expanded to 3, but does mean that this can actually then be done like that. That would end up there, which would mean you go here, here, and here. And just double check how this will work. Fit trunk. Where's that? There we go, fit trunk. Yeah, that would be the front bumper. And then, oh, the rear bumper will fit, but only if we go perfectly horizontal in a line. Amusing. I can go for that. Although, that means we wouldn't be able to expand fit hood. I think we could still make it work. It might need some shenanigans. Right. We can actually make some room. We don't need to do this in a complicated way. Because fit vent here actually has space after it. Because we have fit vent. Here. Yeah. That has 2 gap. Which means we can move you, a 2 gap. You, a 2 gap. I know exactly what's going in the middle, because that's going to be arches. So fit arches is going to be, we need 3 of each. Fit front arch goes here, here, right here, 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 which is fine. And then fit rear arch, because you went here, right? Here is going to go here, here. Yeah, that's fine. Fit bottom trim. We move that up. Although that might clip on fit roof. We're going to have to be cautious about that. It might turn out we need to rejig some of this floor here when we expand, but I think we've got the space to make it work. Unless we wanted to bring, say, like body shell or something up here, which I'm not convinced we do. But I think we have the space to play around with that. And hell, rear bumper can be moved. Yeah, so with this space able to be moved, I'm not too fussed anymore. I actually don't want to buy the blueprints. Bloop. Right, where were we? Conveyor. Right. We've left a gap 1, 2, 3, so that should be fine. And then for now, we'll just bypass this. Feed in here. Bypass that. Feed in here. And then there. Right. Ooh, that said, I don't think I've left enough room here for fit windows, have I? Yeah. That's not enough space because we need the 2 gap. Luckily, I think we're okay to do that. And if we needed to later on, we could move more things up to get a bit more of a gap. Right, that should be fine. Just makes me want to blueprint the entire factory. Of course, we can't blueprint the entire factory, because by the stage you can do that, you're actually, like, you know, running a factory. Kind of locked in by that stage. And then out. And then here's the fun part. I think this has been designed, if not, I'm going to be mad, but in such a way that there are a couple of dead ends. Like this here is a waiting spot where you can't go anywhere else. But here, straight flow in. That one's there as well. Yeah, there we go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points where someone has to wait. But everything else, like you're flowing around and you're saying like, if there's a gap, straight into the machine. And then for the outflow, that should all outflow straight into this paint, which should also outflow into this paint, and these two paints. And that gives us 5 paints hooked up. Okay, now for the engines. We'll get there. Right. You're all hooked up. Ooh. I forgot we've got one here. That is not great, because I'd want everything to come into one end or the other. I guess we could reverse this and have it coming off of, like, here or something. Because obviously this means that you make a decision which way to go and you've got some backing up. It shouldn't be an issue, but it means potentially you have a few cars waiting longer than necessary. That I have going the wrong way around. I think we'll leave it in for now. But strictly speaking, it's not ideal. A better one would be to flow out here. You know what? Just because it's bugging me, I'm going to change it. It doesn't matter too much. In fact, at all. Really. But I should just make it flow a little cleaner. With the same issue again here. Again, easy fix. How's your time? You're good already, okay. There we go. Yeah, it's flowing correctly. And then to there. And then to there. And then all that should come out correctly to here. Where if we get everything right, they should meet up and everything should be hunky-dory and there should be no problems whatsoever. Who wants to bet there's going to be any problems? I'm interested to see. You know what? If you're watching now and you're like, I think there's going to be problems or I think there's going to be no problems, type in the comments, and then when we find out at the end, edit your comment to say whether you're right or wrong. I'll be interested to see. Because personally, I don't see an issue, but at the same time, you never do with something that's complicated until, like, literally you turn it on and then you're like, I missed something obvious. Or, you know, as we did last episode, made 2 exhaust areas because for some reason I did. Might be you've already spotted something, in which case, good for you. That makes me very happy. Do we need to speed these up? That, yes. The rest of them, they're 30 seconds a piece, so no. Right. Flow out. Flow out. And then this is going to be a bit weird, but it'll make sense when we have the logic-based splitters. Aha! Here's an issue. I can't get to my export area. That's fine. I mean, obviously it's not fine. I mean, their paperwork will want 3. We currently have 3, but they're not positioned nicely. So we'll need to move you. Demolish that. Move you to here. Move you to here. And then... Now, normally what we would have now is a splitter saying, if defect, go here, feed this way. We're going to need to actually plan this, because I don't really want to have to move this all around. Plus, it's a nice challenge to try and think, like, can I plan ahead? So on these, what we want is a switch here, which basically says, if there is a defect, go this way, and it'll loop it back round. And a switch here which says, if there's no defect, go this way and out. Here there'll be a switch saying, is there a defect? If yes, go, depending on if there's a 4-way, this way. And if there's no defect, this way. And then feed in there. So, whoa. What was that? I think my mouse just decided to do like multiple little clicks. So for now, we're feeding everyone through rework. There we go. And that should work. Obviously, apart from the fact we're not supplying anyone with anything at the moment, what we will do is we'll change the schedule. And we'll tell you to produce a sedan, produce a Mishad sedan, like basically 2 productions of sedans. I think we'll want to produce 2 Mishads for every 1 gold one. Then we've got Solaris Sport, the Kandra, the Backdemon Sport. You know what? Maybe make that 1-1. And then here, we'll add another Mishad sedan, along with the Kandra. And then here, we'll get rid of the Kandra. I can't do that yet. We'll add a Solaris Sport and a Backdemon Sport. There we go, that's a double click. And that might even be too much production, in which case we'll just up the number of other things. We'll also be able to put in a compact at some point. I don't want to do the compact just yet. Actually, we could just do the compact. Why not? No, I want to test everything before we do the compact. Right. Resource importer. How long to get the type 2 research? Oh, we're really close to it. I'm just going to unpause for like a minute. There we go. Type 2 resource importer. Beautiful. Shame you can't just build them on existing importers. That means I'm just going to need to delete every single one of our importers. Because by this stage of the game, importer lag is one of the main issues we face. I think think that's all of the importers. Error messages. I still think it amusing that there's getting no error messages here. But sure. Type 2 resource importer. We've got one here. We'll definitely need one there. Definitely need one there. And there's the money, right? We're going to need a really big loan. That's the issue that I see here. Oh, these are the loans we've got out. This is our new loan. Oh, that interest rate. Accepting it. This is a really bad idea. Doesn't help that each one of these is 100k, basically. And this does not include the setup cost for buying all the bits of equipment. We'll just buy one here for the moment. Okay. Resource conveyor. Hopefully you can manage all of this, because I don't think we can afford to go any further. I still think it weird you've got no message, but you've got a stockpile. Like, surely you want something. That's all connected to that. Where are we going to connect these? I guess we will connect them to this because you're already connected, right? I'm so afraid of the money situation. You wouldn't have a choice about. You're going to end up connecting to these anyway, so we might as well connect you now and say, like, that's done with that. This importer here is just going to be a paint importer by the look of it. And you're going to be an engine part importer. I don't know what you're going to import. We could change those so that you do engine, you do paint, and you do... That might be better, actually. You do paint. You do engine parts. Because you've got this area up here to cover. And then this one around here, which isn't connected anymore, can do stuff over here, which is not connected. Like wing mirrors. And obviously with stuff like heated wing mirrors, etc., this is going to be quite important. And I guess this paint as well. And I think we'll try and hook you up to here and hope this works. Like, this might be a bit much. You aren't doing much, so we can always try and get you more stuff. You know what? I really wish there was a way of doing overhead conveyors without deleting stuff underneath. I've said that since the game was in beta. It's a shame there isn't. We'll connect that up there. That way you have a little bit of an easier time. We'll leave these unhooked for the moment, just because I want to see how this flows. And that is supplying. Great. Look how fast they're going. We aren't producing our full power amount either. Can we solve that quickly? I know it's a big upfront cost, and right now I'm not really into upfront costs. Maybe we shouldn't. Ah! It's only 30 grand. %. That's going to reduce massively as we hit more machines. Might have expanded too quick. We're going to need another loan. I am certain we need another loan. Okay. Who's going to supply you? It's going to be this one. I'm going to get rid of the stockpiles, because that will raise us a little bit of money. Look at that power dropping. And there we go. Now we're hitting the point where it's saying, hey, you need upgrades. Which I was expecting. Like, all of these? Car alarm, central locking, keyless entry. I wish there was an easy way to buy these. Just be like, hey, buy all for cars I need. Maybe even buy all for cars I need on the production line, because it can tell what car's being produced. It could probably path to the production line and be like, hey, you've got something you're not doing. Loans. Do we have another? Oh, we don't have another loan. If we repay this loan early, we might get another loan. Nope. Can we sell this one car that we have just sitting there? That would keep us afloat maybe long enough to get another loan. Oh my god, your profit is shocking. That's because we're trying to run the entire factory on one car. We don't have another loan. You know what we can do? That will temporarily make us a load of money. I'm going to keep the one market research. Missing upgrade. Oh, wrong one. Missing upgrade. Sunroof. That's not bought us long. I kind of want to wait until we can get an extra loan. Maybe can we like just shut everything down? Be like, hey, shut down the factory. All stop. Stop producing things. Just wait for a loan. Because the loan will come in. Hello. Missing upgrade electric windows. Okay. I could actually stop production right now. It would take a second to kick in. We might make it through if I kick production in the heel. Right, let's do this. It's going to take me deleting that and that. We just have to make it until we can get another loan. I'm also going to stop buying upgrades. Yep, I know we're still buying things in places. Just finish. There we go. We've got like 3 cars left to go. And there we go. We should be stopped. Now, of course, we're still using some stuff. We've got our overheads, but our overheads have been massively cut by removing all of our research staff. Sorry, I fired everyone. I feel kind of bad for them, but I'm not that sad. Modding campaign finished. That's lovely. I'm not renewing that. That would murder us. Of interest. Brand awareness. Ooh, nice. And our quality's gone up. We've just got to make it until the next loan. Then the loan will be able to allow us to run the factory long enough, hopefully, to get a car out. It's going to be tight. I did maybe plan a bit too big of my expansion here. And I did shut down the entire factory for a while. Please give me another loan. I think you get loans at the end. There's a loan! How much? Oh, that's expensive, but I'm accepting that loan. We're doing it. It's so expensive. All right, powered tailgate, yes. And then we need heated wing mirrors, folding wing mirrors. And then note stockpile. Oh, okay, whoops. Oh, because we cut these off, right, okay. Right, competition's changed. Competition is 83%, okay. Okay, the car's going through painting, which is good. Let's have a look at our resource conveyors over here. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we don't have that many resource conveyors. We've got one there. Where's the next resource conveyor? One here. We could try and use these resource conveyors. They're a long way away, though. I think we're going to end up using you here. Is that too many? I'm worried that's too many already. Okay, let's see how this goes. I think we can't push any more than this out of this one. Which leaves windscreen and aircon and lights. Oh, we could probably push to lights with you. But that leaves windscreen and aircon. And I don't know if anyone else can push to that. Like, there is a path over here and a path here. I want to kind of use them for production, ideally. We could give you aircon. Oh, I just hooked them up. Whoops. Why can't I build there? That's weird. Oh, because it's green space, right? That makes sense. Who could do this job? Not seats. And no one's doing the brakes and wheels in that. Ugh. Okay, right. Brakes and wheels are gonna have to be done by you. I don't want to bring someone else into this, but I think we have to. Resource importer, type 2. Resource conveyor. And of course the green place is getting in the way. Can't really deal with that. Ah. Well, this importer can hit them then, I guess. It sucks, but it's going to have to be that importer over here. There we go. We're still not connecting to this windscreen. Okay, we'll connect it to there. There's a lot of imports to do. Oh, hi. Didn't connect that. That doesn't count as a, mistake, really. That just counts as something I haven't finished. I'm looking for, like, a mistake, like I put a building in the wrong place when I said earlier about the comet thing. Like, I got an entire bit of the thing mixed up. Next slot not connected. Okay. Yeah, I need to put some stockpiles in places, but there we go. Cruise control. Oh, wrong one. Okay, cruise control. You already got that. Okay, great. Fit wheels. 5-point wheel. 5-point wheel. You've got that already. Cool. There's a lot of upgrades around here. Steering wheel. Okay. Power steering. Power wheel adjustment. At least we haven't got the heated steering wheel. That would just be annoying. And that's all good. Auto steer headlights. Horn. Okay, we don't actually have any horn upgrades. Heated seats, leather interior, powered seats, white leather. Yeah, okay, we've got a lot of upgrades for seats. Which makes sense, Anything that goes on your butt should be good quality. Don't have sitting issues. Right, what about windscreens? Automatic wipers. Well, that's kind of a done for, these days. Like, everyone needs that. Aircon. Fit cabin. Heater. In-car music. I don't know what the chief operating officer is saying. We need to produce more cars. I mean, we're not producing any cars right now, so duh. Yeah, a few waiting for resources, but not the worst. Ooh, aluminium body. That's been really cutting our production. Oh, that's a lot of defects. Now, we could also have, I think you can put the rework in earlier, but since we're going to be doing that special type of rework where we send them around in a loop, we should be okay. We haven't done it yet, obviously, and we're not going to do it for a little while because we need to redo our research, but... Okay, we can't take any more loans out. I'm going to repay early just so that if we need it, a second loan will appear, because I think you can only have 4 max. We have cars leaving now, although not the full speed. Because everything backed up, because I only had half speed working here, we're going to be working at half production for a little while. And obviously we've got stock issues in a few places. Not the worst, like everything's flowing quite nicely. But not great. And we're paying a lot of interest on our loans, which is worrying. We're producing more cars than customers already? Oh, the SUV. Fair. Yeah. The back teams are still selling pretty well. I don't see any of them here. So. It's mostly the Candras. What we'll have to do is reduce the price of the Candra, and then the back demon can go up in price a bit. You're probably okay. The mid-shad can go up in price a little bit. Sirius can go up in price a little bit as well. The downside is we've got quite a lot of defects at the moment. But if we do a lot of rework, we should be okay. Of course, that will need to research that. Well, we haven't got research, but... This is going to be tight. We might still go under. Alright, marketing campaign finished. Great. Is this where we're bottlenecking right now? It is, but it is still less than 2 minutes. Oh, is it because we're waiting for... we're spending some time waiting for bits. This is fit body shell, right? How much does this cost? Can we afford another one? Yeah, we could. And then we'll give it a conveyor. And then... that should help speed that up a little bit. Still way too many defects, but we are making money! We've just hit over $1 million. And now you're telling me the Candra's too cheap. Oh, there's not enough people buying it. Actually, it's too cheap. Fine. And the new loan is available, if we want it, for $4.5 million. At better interest than we had our 3.3 million for. I think our aim right now should be to save up a bit of money, expand in the couple of places. It's only a few that we need to be able to bottleneck down to a minute and get a compact out. Like, that's pretty damn cheap because we've only got a few things we need to build for that. And once that's done, and maybe build a few generators so that we're not paying for power. Once that's done, just get out. pay our loan off. This was tight. This was very tight, but we managed to make it go okay. It was a very long episode. I know it was a lot of like moving stuff around and redesigning a factory floor. Some people are into that. If you are, let me know. How many defects are we looking at? Let me select you. There we go. Just 1, 2. Yeah, we're going to still send some of these out. We do need to have that rework thing going on. I might actually just get us a couple of researchers. Oh, hello. Are you just flashing to like be like, hey, this is how we tessellate? That's neat. I think we'll only go for 6, because that's still pushing it. But that should allow us to get our research done. And I think we're just going to go straight for the smart junctions ASAP. Like, we'll do the bumpers, but the junction should be quick. We also need to do advertising pretty quick. Like, look at our last advertising campaign on the TV. It doesn't say. Oh, shame. It would be nice if I could be like, what was our last campaign? I know it pops up at the end, but it was a lot of money. Like, this one did like 4 times the amount we paid for it in terms of payback. We'll also need to set up some stockpiles. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. But that's going to be next time. I've been EnterElysium. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have, like, you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Until next time, however, stay shiny.